Today, we're going to jump into how to run a seven-figure business. Now, before we get into all that, if you want to be part of these live streams, go below, give me your phone number, get on the notification list. Also, we're going to be talking about pricing. We're going to be talking about courses. We're going to be talking about what's going down in 2018, so you want to be sure to stay for all of that. All right? Hey, it's Glenn Cameron, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu University, where your real financial education begins, where you learn how to build businesses, generational wealth, fix your credit, and anything that is related to finance. Starting next year, we'll even have a cryptocurrency course, not so much based upon trading, but long-term buying and holding. So with all that, all right, let's talk about how to run a seven-figure business. We're going to make the assumption that you, yes, you, have already started and are running a six-figure business. The chances of you going from absolutely nothing to seven figures is like 0.00.67%, something like that. So you got to get the six figures, and that means you've done a lot of the stuff that you need to do correctly. You've got a team in place. Yes, I know this is the internet. There's all these one-person businesses. No, there's not. Those are unicorns. Those are exceptional people. Those are geniuses. Those are people who are beyond average. So, no, you're going to have a team of at least 3 to 10 people, which means that you must know how to manage. If you don't know how to manage, you will not have a team, and you don't have a team, it's going to be hard to make seven figures. Very hard. Just saying. So you have that. So you are, let's say you had your year, you did 950,000, and you're getting ready to take it to the next level. What is the first thing that you do? Number one, you look at your processes. I don't care how hard you work. I don't care how many hours you put in. If your processes and your functionality and how you do stuff and your customer service thing, if all that is whack, you will not move into the seven-figure club. Seven-figure club is, let me give it to you like this. You're doing six figures, and then the difference between six figures and seven figures is a team, process, sales process, systems. The key word here is systems. You have systems. Currently, last year, I had a seven-figure year. But I am still part of this because we're developing systems. 2018 would be about developing systems, about putting protocols in place. 2017 was getting it started. So you got to get it started, and you got to have it up and running before you get into the systems, because the systems will be so critical from you leaving six-figure land to getting to seven-figure land to getting to eight-figure land. That's the difference. So if you got some guy or some gal who has a business and they're doing like 700, 800,000 year after year, and they just can't crack that nut, it's because they don't have systems and processes in place. Because the thing is, if you're doing 6, 7, 800, 900,000, there's a lot of business that you're not getting that you could be getting if you had a system. For example, sales process. This is some that, for those of you who've talked to Patty, she's real nice and personal and everything. And we're still working out systems because I'm still building stuff, which makes it a lot really confusing, kind of crazy, and it's kind of fun, but we can't really nail down that system until we get certain things done. So it's always a flux, and people are like, well, what about this? And what about this pricing? And what about this pricing? All that stuff will work itself out in 2018 because we're going to have a big push in January, huge push. So once I get the system down, then it's very easy to scale. But if you have no systems and you just think, I'm going to work 7 days a week, I'm going to work 12 hours a day, I'm going to work 18 hours a day, You'll have a lot of money. Let's be clear about that. You'll have a lot of money, but you will also have bad health. You will also have no personal relationships. You will also just be 100% obsessed and absorbed about your business, that makes you happy, cool. But the average person will burn out very quickly doing that, probably within 1 to 5 years, and just crash and burn. So systems, as you know, with the thumbnail, you see this guy, right? He's laying in bed. He's got money. He's sleeping on money. He's making money while he sleeps. Why? Because there are systems doing the heavy lifting. Because I don't care how good you are. I don't care how good of a salesperson you are. If you do not have a team, if you do not have systems, you do not have the proper people, and we're going to talk about the proper people in a minute, in place, it ain't going to work. And you're going to find out that you're going to reach a point of diminishing returns because you're trying to do everything yourself. You're trying to build everything yourself. It's just not going to happen. So from the top, number one, you want to have systems. You want to look at them and give you an example. And this is an example of a system that will be here at Mac Daddy Media / doing business as Hustlers Kung Fu University, or just Hustlers Kung Fu. Someone comes into the queue and they buy, and the price of Hustle Camp is going to go way up, and we'll talk about that later. They buy Hustle Camp. So what they're going to get is a nice letter from Patty saying welcome. You're going to get a questionnaire, which isn't done yet, but it's coming, and they're going to like, what is your shirt size? And what is your pants size? Because next year we're going to do some sweats. We're going to have like this whole little outfit. So you're going to get that. And then Patty is going to email that to you every week for like 4 weeks. And if you don't respond in 4 weeks, then when we roll out the gear and you're like, hey, I didn't get my gear. And Patty's going to be able to go back to her email and like, oh, well, look, I contacted you 4 times. Oh, sorry, you'll have to get your stuff on the next shipment. And that's a system. So you get your shirts, you get your hoodie, all of this stuff right here is sent out. Then you get another email after you've got, did you get your gear? Did you like it? Yeah, any questions about your courses? That's a system that we're building, which is not in place yet. It's not. And once again, 2017. I mean, this started March. We don't even have a full year of this yet. So I feel really, really good about that. Another system, someone's going to come, and this is when we get into the retargeting and remarketing. Someone's going to come to the website, and they're not going to buy. And then that's going to trigger an email, if we have their email number, address, or that's going to trigger retargeting. And then once we get their email, we're going to send them an email, ask them a question. Oh, this is a sales system. And this is not something you can build in a weekend. I know this is the internet. I know, but you can start building it, or you could build a skeleton of a sales process. But it's something that's going to take you a few months. And this is why the $1 billion Apple, Hewlett Packard, Walmart pay SAP billions of dollars a year for these systems, because they need them to continue to scale and grow. If they do not have these systems, they're not going to make it. And I'm going to give you another system, and this is something I've noticed with retail. They'll ask, if you notice, they don't, it's like, may I have your phone number? They don't ask that anymore. It's like, what's your phone number? You know, by rephrasing that versus may I have your phone number to what is your phone number, the success rate goes up 85%. Because you're just like, well, it's this, and there's a few people who are like, no, you ain't getting my phone number. I know you're going to try to market to me. I know you're going to try to say, no. I'm a salesperson, so I look at people's sales process. Recently, my battery had just came all the way down on Monty. So I went through this checklist. It's like, okay, well, do I need a new battery? But the car won't start. So I went and I got a charger, a trickle charger, right? For those of you who have motorcycles and stuff, you know what I'm talking about. You hook it up, it charges your battery. Or, you know, if you want to reprogram your radio, you can unhook the battery terminals. But that's only going to work so long. So I got the trickle charger, didn't work. But it charged the battery enough where I can get the jumper cables. Then I got it charged up. Then I went to Pet Boys to have them do a test on the battery to make sure that it wasn't dead, battery's fine. Now let's look at this whole process. First, we got a problem. Number two, how do we approach the problem? We approach the problem the cheapest way possible first. I could have just went out and got a new battery, which would have been $150 to $200. But I had the trickle charger because, like I said, Monty's just kind of like a weekend car now, a sports car. It was what I thought was $62. It was really $51 because it was on sale. I didn't know. Then I got the jumper cable. So instead of spending $150 to $200, I spent $70. So I got my situation charged, and I would have had to buy the trickle charger anyway. Now, I tell you this because this is the diagnosis that you're going to have to make in your businesses. What is the problem? What's the cheapest way? Systems, processes, and they're going to be a standardized, SOP, standardized operating procedure. And the more systems that you have in your business in place, the more money you will make. So 2018 will all about building systems for Hustlers Kung Fu. Because now, and once again, we cleared 6 figures probably into the summer. And then we crossed 7 figures, before Thanksgiving. So now we have Play-Doh, right? What you think of this is Play-Doh. We have clay. We've got people calling. One of the biggest things was for people to realize that Patty was real, because I'm an internet marketer, and so many of us lie that I have seen emails like, Glendon, I know that's you. Now, let's talk about systems. I got sick my last day in London. I have not actually worked since if you can call it doing 1 to 2 live streams a day. That's all I've done for the last 2 weeks. Money still comes in because there's a system. Well, let me say that again. I'm at home binging out on Netflix, watching, Glitch. Check it out. It's kind of short, but it's really creepy. I think it will draw you in. The first few episodes are kind of slow, but the second season is the bomb. So I'm flat on my back, taking medicine, all sick as all get out, right? But money still comes in because there's a system. And the system the system is probably 10%. 10% of what it's going to be. So we got 97% to go. I fully target 2018 as the year of systems and processes. That's, if we could get that done next year, we could probably quadruple 3 to 4 times what we did this year, if we can get that done. That's how important systems are. And the thing is, we put the systems in place, we probably don't even have to grow our traffic. Let me say that again. If we get the systems, automation, processes stuff in place with the same traffic that we have now, we could probably do 3 to 4 times the revenue with the same traffic. That's how important systems are. For those of you who's like, I don't need any systems, I can do what I can do. No, you need systems. All right, so let me get up in the chat room, see what's going on. Oh, let's see, where are we? All right, cool. What's up, Johnny? What's up, Everett, Catherine? I had a great Christmas. Erica Williams, oh really? That's hilarious. What's up, Owning It? What's up, Lamode? What's up, Tone Lee? Sensibly Shaw. Cody, what's going on? Ray, what's up? DFS Kingdom, what's up? This dude Bakes, that name cracks me up. MJ Electronics, regular web guy. Donkey, what's up? Goals and systems are very much close, but you need to have goals. I mean, they're two different things. It's not even goals versus systems. It is goals and systems. Cigar Face TV, you can if you want to be. You watching Glitch? Yeah, Glitch is wow. What's up, Dank Souls? Fard H. Smith, will the system help me eliminate my job? Yes. Let's talk about that. Let's say you are Eddie, the entrepreneur. You have a job. You have a good job. You make $50,000, $75,000 a year. You got a wife. She makes the same money. So you can make it in America with that level of income. But you're Eddie, the entrepreneur. So you are smarter than the average bear. You have a car that's paid off. Your wife's car is paid off. You have no credit card debt. And your side hustle, because that's where it is right now, does about $2,500 a month. So that gives you like an additional $30,000 a year. Now, what you have to do is build an organization, put systems into place, processes, and with the similar traffic, you can probably turn that 30 to about 90. So your job is 50, 70. So you're doing 90. And once, it gets to a point of the demands of the business start pulling on you, yeah, you can quit your job. That's how you're going to do it. Because one of the things, and we're going to talk a lot about this in 2018, is sales training. If, I'm trying to think who has a really good one. There was this place I got my windows tinted, and they have a sales process and a referral funnel like you wouldn't believe. And it really works because and the thing is that the way they do it is very, very good because they don't hit you over the head every week. They have, at first, as soon as you get it done, they hit you, boom, 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 boom. Hit you about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Then they wait a month or two and they hit you again. Then they wait another month and they hit you again. So they referral process, and then they give you like 15% off for referrals because that 15% is probably way less than that $300 to $400 that it costs to acquire a customer. What's up, Isaac? Tone Lee, I'm starting to see that systems allow us to work on our business without being the business. Remember my whole thing about me being sick and not being here and money still came in? Now, let's say I didn't have the team. And let's say I was doing everything myself. So when I got sick and stopped working, the money would have stopped coming in. I know employees are expensive. I know building and renting stuff is expensive. But it's not as expensive as not having any money. Not having any money in these United States of America is very expensive. Regular web guy, what book would you recommend on creating systems? I would recommend Hustle Camp. We'll talk about that later because I'm going to teach you how to do it from the beginning to the end. That's funny. Now, here is someone just recommended this book, Work the System. I have not read that book, so I cannot speak on it one way. But here's the process that many entrepreneurs, because you get a book and it only covers like one section. So what the new Hustle Camp's going to do is cover branding. Matter of fact, let's just get up into it now, because one of the things is this year was about building, because unless you build some stuff, it's kind of hard to really do anything. All right, so let's go to let's go in the Hustle Camp. All right, what I'm going to do Alrighty. So, I've got some blanks of stuff in there because I'm going to fill those out. But essentially, once I'm done with this, because it's going to probably take me to March, Hustle Camp will be the branding, because I've got it kind of in two places. And that's kind of problematic. But for everyone that signed up for Hustle Camp, you should be already signed up in these spots, and you'll get it. Let's see. All right, here we go. This is going to become part of this. That is the plan. Essentially, anyone that signs up under Hustle Camp now, let me make sure I got enough blanks in here. I got one blank, two. Oh yeah, I got enough. The price of Hustle Camp is going to go up to $5,000 beginning of the year. I did some, Christmas specials. A few people really took advantage. A lot of folks are going to be hating life because they didn't take advantage. But this is the price right now. And after the live experience, and we'll talk about the next one in a minute, this will go up to $5,000, and the monthly payment plan will go up to about $500 or $600 or $700. But you will have access to the course. Now, this isn't me being like, a generous guy, because let's take 30 days to $2,500. If you're in here really doing the course, it's going to take you 2 months to do it. So what's going to happen, and this is why it's called Hustlers Kung Fu University, is we're getting to the point where we're going to do branding. We're going to do, because branding is very important, because branding, oh, that's funny. Branding actually sets up how you're going to market your company, and your marketing sets up what kind of sales process you're going to create. So what I want to do is take you from a logical sequence of branding, marketing, sales process, then sales funnel. Many people start with the sales funnel, and they got this nice funnel, and it is so pretty, and it is triggered, and if this person hits this page, it does this, and that person's making absolutely no money. The funnel is tight. The funnel looks great. It's awesome, but it's missing the branding. It's missing the marketing. It's missing the direct response sales. It's missing the offer. It's missing 5 things. That's right. There's 5 things you need to do before you get to the sales funnel. And this is why so many people struggle online, because it's like, I got a sales funnel. I have click funnels. I have Infusionsoft. And all that stuff works great if you got all other stuff you need to go with it. And this is why people come in and they're overwhelmed, because it's like, well, what does this mean? And it's because they haven't done these 5 things before they set up their sales funnel. I know it's kind of crazy, but that's what people do. Yeah, that's going to be a big part of your growth, because as long as it's just you, unless you're like an exceptional person, you're going to probably cap at it 100 G's or maybe 150. And that's all you're going to be able to do. And the sooner that you get used to building systems and bringing people in, the sooner you'll get there. Because if you start off as a solo entrepreneur, and let's say you have your business for 10 years and you're making 100, 150, you're doing well. You're really doing well. It's going to be so hard for you to hire people, because you're always going to like, well, I can do it faster. I can do it better. I can, and you'll have a very successful small business that can't scale. How much is the course? Well, let me just take you through that real quick. All right. So what you want to do is while you can, and I'm going to put this up in the comments, the 2,500 will get you everything, because I'm going to do it all here. You don't have to sign up for anything else. You won't have to go to any of the platforms. The people who already signed up, you're good. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to put the courses here. I'm going to raise the price to $5,000, and then I'm going to create a payment plan. Probably, let me see. What is that? Because I know it's going to do it. Let's see. All right. So 5,000 divided by 10. Whoa, that is so wrong. Divided by. All right. So it's probably going to be $600 a month for 10 months. That will probably be the payment plan. And I'll leave that for a while. And once again, there will be many more live experiences that we'll have. And everybody that pays in full, if you're on the payment plan, you cannot come to a live experience. You can't do that. But if you paid in full, you can come to a live experience. And we're going to be breaking down a lot of knowledge like you wouldn't believe. Eric Williams, thank you. So many people are talking about funnels, but make no money trying to convince everyone of their funnel. One of the things that happens online is you have people who want to look successful and having a funnel and talking tongue-in-cheek about your success and not giving real numbers. You could look very successful. You know, you could flex real hard and, you know, about your sales funnel. And like, give you an example. Let's say you have a really great offer. It's a top-notch offer. And you have a way of getting traffic. Those two things could make you $1 million. Now, let's say you have a weak offer, a funnel, a Facebook page, an Instagram page, all of this stuff. You might not even crack 10 G's a month. The offer is so important. What's up, Fig Fester the Migto? Cody, I did do Infusionsoft for my email campaign for music lessons business, but I'm thinking about getting rid of it. It's not really working. Here's the secret to Infusionsoft. You need all of those other elements to make it work. You need the marketing. You need the branding. You really need the branding for Infusionsoft to work. It's that crucial. Oh, Fester, it's going to even get more interesting, the stuff that I'm going to put in there next year. Getting more leads off a site called Thumbtack. Because here's the thing. All right, you get Infusionsoft, and you don't have a good lead generating system. You just wasted your money. If you're getting 30, 40 leads a day, you don't need Infusionsoft. You can actually run that off an Excel spreadsheet. Infusionsoft is if you're getting like 200, 300, 1,000 leads a day, yeah, that makes sense and it pays for itself. Because I don't know how expensive Infusionsoft is, but I think it's up there. I'm not sure. Brandon, I hadn't had much luck with Thumbtack. What offer do you have on Thumbtack? Yeah, I mean, it's Infusionsoft can be great. ClickFunnels can be great if you have all the other stuff you need with it. And typically, to really make that stuff work, you're going to need at least 3 people. You're going to need a paid traffic person. You're going to need a social media person. And you're probably going to need an email person. Or that could be you, and you learn how to do email. You're probably going to need 3 people minimum to really make that pop. And let's say if you're paying everybody, 2, because a good Facebook marketing person, it's going to cost you $2 to $4 grand a month. That's just good. That's not great. The great ones, they're going to be 15, 20,000 a month, and they're not going to even mess with you unless you got a $50 or a $60,000 a month spend budget. You won't even be able to get those guys. Oh, I didn't even know Thumbtack. Let's see. What is Thumbtack? Since we're talking about this, what is Thumbtack? Since y'all keep bringing it up. Oh, from house painting to personal training, we bring you the right pros for each one of your. Oh, okay. It's a website for people who provide services. Huh. That's very interesting. Home, wedding and events, wellness. Pretty interesting. Uh-huh. And let's see. What we got here? Let's see. Video marketing. Okay. That is very cool. Didn't even know about it. I think I heard of it, but I didn't really know what it was about. Working on more. Best money ever spent. Huh. Johnson Mars, new to your video. Welcome, teaching physical product business. All right. The physical product business is very different because you have a lot of risk. A lot of risk. You buy the wrong thing, it can literally put you out of business. Now, I started off from the physical product business. I started off buying stuff blind, didn't know what I was going to get out of a unit, and I've become very successful from it. Actually, if you can manage physical products, you can manage everything else. That's how hard it is. I don't teach it, quote, directly. I have courses and stuff that will help you with the business thing, because one of the things that's happening with physical products is there's a lot of trends. There's very few people who are saying, build a good product, brand it, and sell it forever. We don't have that. Like, let me go ahead and show you something that's real simple, and everyone's heard of it. All right. Yeti. They make coolers. They make coolers. That's it. Drinkware. I've got 3 of these Yetis, and they're like $29. So I spent like, $100 to drink cold stuff. But the thing is, this is all they do. They make coolers. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's see. Because they do retail, which is they sell products on their website, and they do wholesale. They sell their products to Walmart, Ace Hardware, and let's find out, because they're phenomenally successful, and I have a feeling their website is going to be rocking. Oh, all right. Huh, kind of went down. So they're consistently getting over 1 million hits per month. That's millions of dollars. Millions. Let's see what the bounce rate is. Oh man, average visit 2.3 minutes. It don't take that long to go through this site. People are buying. I would suspect their conversion rates in the high 20%, if not even more. But what they did is let's find out instead of me assuming. I assume very well, but let's get into the details. Yeti found it. Yeti founder. Let's see how long. How two brothers turned. Come on. Good Lord, Inc. This company is 10 years old. Now, what did I say earlier? For you to start a company, it's going to take you 10 to 15. What did I say? 10 to 15. Here it is. They were founded 2006. They've been in the business 11 years. And 2015 revenue was $468 million. And that is a mix of retail. I'm quite sure a lot of that is from wholesale, because if they're selling to everybody, they're selling to Ace Hardware, they're selling to Walmart, they have a huge wholesale division. There it is. So these guys, 2006, in 11 years, they have become both multi-millionaires in 11 years, selling something that they branded and adding more products as they go along. I just said that before we even got into that. And if you go into the history of a lot of your big brands, you will see the same story over and over and over again. You will not see these 1-year millionaires or 2-year millionaires or even 3-year millionaires. You'll see that in probably year 1 to 3, they'll get very comfortable. They'll get to the point where, the car is paid off, maybe even their house, and they start stacking, and they're playing a different game. But for those of you who want to do physical products, I have a link. It's called 30 Days to 2,500. It's $145. If you go ahead and get the Superior Mindset package, well, actually, let me just go through this and give you what you need, how you need it. All right. So I was supposed to raise the price, but I'm going to leave the price alone for you price-sensitive people. All right. Superior Mindset. It includes 30 days to 2,500. I did not raise the price, but I will be. And I'm going to put a mystery course in here, so be out for it. This will be heavily physical products. This will be for those of you who have credit challenges and need your credit cleaned up. That's for you. This is for you. How to start a business from scratch, move to the next level. That includes 30 days to physical. This is 30 days to 2,500. That has a certain. The course is geared toward physical products. Plus, this is the original course, $25 hustle, and this is coming 2018, so that's going to be hot. And I've separated this, the Fat Cat Secrets. That's going to be how you put your legal structure together, how you keep your money from angry mothers. And this is going to be the path to wealth mindsets of rich people. It's a different mindset. I will actually get into that right now. And I find this like really strange, because when I talk to people, when I have a problem, my thing is, how do I make more money? My first thought is, how do I make more money? What do I sell? How do I increase my income? Whereas the average person's first thought is, what do I have to give up to get this? And it's a big mindset shift. It's a huge mindset shift. So instead of you really using your personal power to get ahead, you constrict yourself into this tight space of, let's look at two of the biggest challenges for people: buying a car and buying a house. Let's say the average house, I think in America, it's like $250. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But let's go ahead and say the house that you and your honey want is $300,000. So this is what you and your honey do. First of all, you start scripting and saving. You're like, okay, we need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of this. We need to do this. We need to cut back on cable, and to get that $20,000, $30,000 down payment. Now, this is how I would approach the situation. Bam. Oh, wait a minute. I've already put out that within 35 more months, I want to buy this $2.2 million home. Matter of fact, let me show it to you. So I'm going to have to do a new one. Let's see. And I'm going to have to, let's see. All right. Test one. Cool. All right. So I'm going to have to minimize this so you can see it. All right. It's my screensaver. I went and visited this house, right? And I like the outside. I don't like the house, so I'm not buying it, but I really like the outside. So I'm going to have to have this built. Now, I went ahead. I did a video talking about how I was going to get it. Actually, you see the new X5, because I went and checked that house like right after I bought it. I paid cash for that. And I said, what can I do? How can I take my company to get this? So in 36 months, for me to get this $2.2 million house, I got to be making $1 million a month, because I think it's foolish to make $2 or $3 million a year, then put all that in the house and have no money. So my goal to get this house is, not only do I have to make enough money to get this house, I have to make enough money where that makes fiscal sense. So if I'm making, let's see, 2018, 2019, 2020, I am making $1 million a month. So that's $12 million a year. It's not proportionally, it's not financially proportionally out of bounds for me to spend $2 million on a house when I'm making $12 million. So you see that's the mindset that you got to deploy if you want to really have a different kind of life. I mean, you cannot keep thinking like poor people and get rich people with results. And thinking like poor people is, how do I save money? What do I cut off? What do I stop doing? And rich people do the same thing. What can I save? What can I stop doing? And how can I get some more money? That is the difference. So many people stop at manage your money properly, which I fully agree with. You know, if you're making 50 grand a year as a couple, you don't need new cars. You can't afford new cars. You need 2 cars that are paid off, because you're making 50 grand a year as a couple. You're bringing home $3,000 a month. You got 2 $400 car payments plus insurance. Well, those 2 cars are half of your take home pay. And then, you know, rent's the other half. That's not a good life, man. It really isn't. But the whole thing is to create your mindset to see the world differently, to see different opportunities. So that's what that's about. Let's see. Wow, that's pretty cool, Cody. What's up, Natalie? What's up, Carlton? Cool. Fraternity guys and girls love their stuff then and love it now. I mean, you got to, you know, like I said, you got to start thinking differently. Yep, multiple sources of income, but you got to nail down that first one, which is going to take a few years. Thanks, D-Train Bunk. So you got to have a wholly different mindset. It sounds really simple. It really does. But when you try to recondition yourself from the way that you were brought up, because, all right, just truth be told, if your mom and your dad, good, solid people, they went to church, worked hard, they brought you up, they did all of the right things from an emotional standpoint, from a money, from a practical, from a financial standpoint, they ruined you. Unintentionally. If they knew better, they would have did better. So they wasn't like they were trying to set you up. But one of the things you have to realize is how you view money is a big part of you. And a big part of you was from your upbringing. I had to regurgitate all of my upbringing. And what happened, and I talked about it earlier this morning, was I got laid off 3 times in 18 months. It took the 3rd time to activate the hustler's mindset. If I got laid off 2 times, I would be some dude named Glendon Cameron, either working in a hospital or maybe I probably would have been back in the hospital making, I think, well, let's see. Let's see what these guys make, because I don't know. Medical laboratory. Let's see. What do they make? Medical technologist salary in GA. Oh my goodness. The medium, that's depressing. That is depressing. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. That's what I would be making. I'm going to tell you a little story. I know someone who was a nurse who went to school and was Epic, which is medical records. Went to school, got certified, and will be making $75,000 next year, and in 2 years be making 100 G's. I would be stuck like, right? Oh my goodness, that's just, oh my goodness. I guess it was a good thing for me getting laid off, because that's absolutely disgusting. That really is disgusting. Whoa. I just had a moment. Sense of reality. Forget about passive income. You need to get some active income. Don't even think about passive income until you're 60. Well, think about it now, but don't expect to get it till you're 65 or 70. Oh, okay. Used to be a 92B. Yep. That's where I got started. And we had Hugh and CLEP before ASCP took over, and I took those tests, and I got grandfathered in. Archangel, when you know better, you do better. We can only be better than the information we have available. I had to get an all new set of friends and associates. I mean, I have 2 Facebook pages, right? One is, it has the people that I grew up with and went to high school with. And I have this new one, which is my active one, which is all new business stuff. The language, the experiences, the conversations are so different. I don't even go on. I went on my old page this holiday. It's been months since I've been there. And I get in there and I start looking at the conversation, and I just become depressed, because that could be me. That could be me. I could be up in there talking about trying to get, some money together for Christmas. I mean, just some of the stuff that has happened to my friends that I knew who who grew up with middle income class parents, they're poor now. I had a late birthday, so, essentially I graduated a year later. I should have graduated in 1984 versus 1985, but I have people who are 1 to 2 years younger than me who look way older than I do because life has been hard for them. That could have been me. And I keep that page just to keep me on my toes because, whoo, it's not pretty. Leslie, my problem is fear. I'm so scared and holding myself back from making this money. What you need to do, Leslie, is take little baby steps. You don't have to quit your job. You don't have to change your life. You just have to devote an hour or two of your day to growing your business. That's it. Fred, what's disgusting is my 40. Well, here's the thing. Why I say disgusting, because let's go down the path of Glendon's old life. Let's say I got back with the old wife who was a bum when it came to keeping jobs. Just couldn't do it. Still has that problem. So I would have been making 65. She probably making 20 to 30 or something intermittently. And I mean, 65K, you only bring home 3,600 after all the deductions come out. I could not afford to live where I live. My mortgage is $3,400 a month. I couldn't. I could not. I couldn't do it. I'm just, wow. Yeah, that's disgusting. Regular web guy. This is what I recommend on multiple streams of income. Let's just keep it real. Number one, most of you, your biggest source of income is going to be your job. Keep it. Don't quit your job until you can do better. Then you get a side source of income. So in the beginning, the first few years, 2. That's going to be a lot to manage. I mean, I want you to think, because, people see me doing stuff, and I'm not being elitist, but I've been in this business game 18 years. I didn't just jump in here yesterday. And when I do stuff that I don't talk about and y'all don't see to set up myself up for the future. I got like a project that didn't work out. I hope that it worked out, but it didn't work out. So I got a new project I'm working on. And when I got started here on YouTube, there's some stuff I have from the storage auction days. I got some gold. I got a lot of gold. The Bitcoin, I sold all that recently too. So I had my online courses, consulting, Kindle. Kindle was huge at one point, and YouTube. So I've had mostly 4 sources, sometimes 7, but I liquidated some stuff. But 2 is plenty. So before you go out and get yourself 18, 19, no, just number 1, nail down one big one, get you another one, and then when you get the means, you can buy other sources of income. Or, wow, I'm missing from Chicago, and when I go home, that's my motivation. That could have been me. I mean, I go home, and I really ain't no reason to go home. My mom's, my mother was 18 to 25 years younger than my aunts and uncles. So they left a long time ago. So all the cool people are gone. I have no reason to go back home. But if I were to go home, I could sit down and have some barbecue with these folks. I could chop it up. But after we get past, hey, how you doing? How the kids and all this other stuff, and we start talking about the stuff I like to talk about, they're going to be looking at me like I got 4 heads. I mean, people just recently in the last 2 years, like, oh, YouTube. When I started YouTube, man, why are you playing on the internet? What kind of job is that for a grown man? Really, you make money from YouTube. He wrote a book and sells books on Kindle. He ain't making no money. I mean, the disbelief was crazy. Oh man, Everett, I am too because one time the phlebotomist couldn't get a stick, and I was really good at sticking people. So I went up here, stuck this guy. Well, I come to find out, HIV patient with tuberculosis. So I'm on erythromycin for 6 weeks prophylactically. I don't miss none of that stuff. For the folks who risk their health, making sure that we're taken care of and work in the emergency room, hats off. Thank you. Love you guys. Couldn't do it again. Sense of reality. How do you feel about politics? All right. I have my opinions on Trump, but I want you to hear me and hear me clearly. You set your mind to being successful. It does not matter what politics are going on. And actually, the tax bill, if you're a business owner, it's going to help you. It's going to save you 14% right off the riff. That's huge. So I don't even get into it. Now, I try not to talk about it on here, but put your head down, work on your business, grow your business. Don't worry about the politics. Affiliate marketing. I've heard this. Now, I've had this opinion, but there's two people. I value their opinion. And I put this question to them, and I said, if you were starting off brand new on the internet with no money, what would you do? And they both said affiliate marketing. So affiliate market on drop shipping, if it works for you. Yeah, I mean, you got to start with something. Oh, man, you got to stop talking to those people. Agent J. Poole, my Facebook feed depresses me. Foolery, maximum, then they come to poverty, thought in mass, pass on that. It's wild how much I was impacted being there during the holidays. It was just like, whoa, this is deep. This is real deep. So you've got that. But you just have people that are happy where they are. And that's a beautiful thing. But if you show them something different, like I can't talk about my life with my friends, my people I went to high school with. I remember on my old Facebook page, I put out where I was living. I put a picture of it, and I had a bunch of folks. Those white people ain't gonna let you live there. They gonna come to get you. You think that's gonna protect you from the police. It's not just unsolicited, like, yeah, you there, but they ain't gonna accept you. Now, let me tell you about my neighbors. Half of them are Indian or Asian. I mean, seriously, there's like on my street 3 Asian families. And well, no, there's 4. And since I've been living there, Christmas, folks show up at my door with gifts and cookies. I know, kind of crazy. And in this neighborhood, I got pulled over driving the BMW that I bought from a private owner, no tag, speeding, and unbeknownst to me, my license was suspended. I didn't get arrested. The cop was just like, this is really strange. I'm not going to arrest you. And you know what it was? It was the neighborhood. I lived in the neighborhood. I don't care what anyone says. Getting money, building wealth, and living good may not prevent racism, but it sure reduces the number of racist incidents you have to go through. It reduces them greatly. It just does. And people are like, oh, no, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes. And the reason you don't know is you don't have no money. You don't live in a certain neighborhood. Could someone write the N-word on my house? I guess they could. It ain't happened in 8 years. So that's my thing. Sis Reality, we're going to keep this on this. Johnny, I live in Anniston. It could be. I mean, when I go back to Alabama, it's just It's hard. Well, you don't have to let them go. You just have to compartmentalize them and realize I could talk about high school. I could talk about what happened to big man when we were kids. We could talk about family and stuff. But any kind of money or you doing way better than them, cut that. Just no, don't even mention it. Don't. I got a friend and we've talked about it. Alpha Marino. Let's see, Aaron Marino. He's got the same problem. And he was just like, you can't talk about it because tribalism comes into place. You're making several $100,000 a month or millions a year, and you're just on the internet to hardworking, people who are going into the coal mines, people who are moving steels, truck drivers, folks who are heavy and physical to earn their money. They kind of look at you like you're a sissy. Ain't no real job for no man. You need to be driving the truck. I mean, seriously, this is how people think. So what if you make enough money in a year to set your family up? You need to be doing the real man job. RJ, yes, I live in the neighborhood where I've seen maybe 4 people of color other than Asian and Hispanics. I have no worries. Here's the thing. I probably do have some neighbors who are racist. And you know what? When I see them, they say hi. And they don't say anything bad to me. They don't touch me. Probably, I don't know. But as long as they don't touch me, I really don't care. Eric Wynn, 100% truth, lived on the poor side of town, saw folks pulled over all the time, moved to the 1% of the side of town, hadn't been stopped in 2 years. I mean, you got a lot of people, and I want you to understand, when someone is telling you that you cannot achieve or something's going to happen bad to you because you're black, that person is really projecting their own fears and they want you to join in. It's groupthink. That's real. I mean, seriously, I'm 6'1". And I can glad to say I'm like 269. I used to be like 340. A lot of people see me, and I was in London. Dude's like, you play for the NFL? Nope. Tell you what, I'll give you $100 if you can guess what I do. No one ever gets it. Sense of reality, do you believe being a solo entrepreneur should be done first before working with business partners? Great question. I think you need to bring on a business partner if you're going to have one as soon as possible. Because if you start this business and you get 5, 6, 7 years of success, it's going to be so hard for you to bring on a partner. Storage auction business, I had a partner day one. Eric Williams, by the way, stopped 12 times in 1 year, Austin, Texas, bad side of town. I would literally roll down the windows, respond, and have the license handed back to me, and they see I have a great day. Dang. Since I bought the house in 2002, nothing, no tickets, no cop. Around here, I barely see the cops. I know they're there. It's a reality because I think for cops who live in affluent neighborhoods, who have beats affluent neighborhoods, they know that most of the stuff that they deal with is so contrived, like someone's dog, taking a dump in someone's yard or something like that, and the people be like tripping out. I mean, money helps. Does money stop racism? No, but it mitigates it. It reduces it greatly. And there ain't nobody that tell me any different because I've been living it. When I had my store in DeKalb County, Lawrenceville Highway, I got pulled over so many times, I started to like, am I a cop magnet? Come to find out, that was one of the high crime rate zones, and it was a pain in the butt. It really was. All right, so for those of you who need help and who want to beat the price increase, let me get rid of that. I'm going to read more about that. I like their story. All right. So, preview. All right. Hustle Camp, you get everything. You get everything on both sites. Well, you'll get everything here. It's $2,500. That's going to be the deal because in a few days, it's going up to $5,000. And I'll make sure to put the payment link, because if you get into the payment plan now, then you will be good for the future. And I will be sure to put the payment plan in the link. So I raised it to $5,000, but the payment plan is for, the $2,500. And you make your payments, you get it, you get all the perks, privileges of anyone else. All right, so that's one for those of you who are all about the fat cat secrets. And you know what? I'm going to do this just for kicks. Let me see. I'm going to, come on. I'm going to leave this like this just for the night, just to see what happens. I'm going to reduce this to $299 and see what happens. The link is under the video. How to start a business. You get this, or you can get Hustle Camp. Get everything. You get everything. Just to be clear. And for those of you who have whacked up credit, this is Super Credit, how to fix your credit, grow and turn alternative cash. Let's see. I'm probably going to split it because I have a feeling that once we start into the cryptocurrency next year, that's going to be a very big thing. So what I'll do is just create another credit course. And because, if you get in now, you're probably going to be very, very grateful. But I will be making changes to that. And for those of you with the whack mindset, the Superior Mindset Bundle, once again, if your money is funny and you need to pick a course, start with this one. And there gives you a business building course as well. So that is it. If you got any questions or anything that pertains to this, I'll be around for a minute to answer them, because what I got to do is create that payment plan so I can post it as soon as I am done. All right. Ray, it does not. It does not conclude the consultation for the LLC setup. Nice try. The LLC stuff and that setup, that's probably going to be like $3 to $4 grand, because I'm not just going to set up an LLC for you. I am going to walk you through a map of what you should do and how you should segment your money, how you should set up your bank accounts. Because I talk to my banker all the time, and I am surprised at how many folks do not have their bank account set up like mine. You'd be surprised. You got folks who are running $1 million businesses off 1 or 2 bank accounts because they don't want to spend the fees. See, here's something else, and this is for freebie. Your bank accounts and the labels they have on them are very important for tax purposes. They're very important. Very. I'm just saying, it's the little things that ring true for a lot of stuff. So, but you buy, because this is what's going to happen. And I'm going to speak about this some more this week. The live experiences, like this Thursday and Friday, we're going to be talking about branding and marketing and all this other stuff. And then Friday, we're going to be talking about your LLCs. So if you get in now and you can make a live experience, who knows what's going to happen? Because I already know in the beginning, not a lot of people come in these live experiences. Hello, that's the time to get in, because I guarantee you probably like March or February, they're going to be packed. They're going to be packed. And then you're going to be like, oh, and then it was like, okay, well, these people reserved, so you'll have to come to the next one. And what's going to happen is they're going to start getting full months in advance, because I'm going to set up the calendar like that, and people are going to be like, oh, I'm coming here, I'm coming here, I'm coming here. So just saying, Just saying. All right, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to leave a comment after this thing renders. So I will catch you guys later. I am out. 2018 is going to be super hot. It's going to be learning. It's going to be, my goal is to see 50 people start $100,000 a year business. So just keep that in mind. All right, catch you guys later.